Okay, question A. This is where two numbers will divide using the bus stop method, and there will not be any carrying or remainders. So first of all, why do we call it the bus stop method? Because you make this shape like that and people think it looks like a bus stop. Now we just need to know which number goes where, so we've got our first number here and we have the 4 which we're dividing it by. The number you're dividing by will go at the front. Now usually it's the smallest number will go at the front, but it's not always the case. Just remember it's the second number that goes at the front. So I'll put 4 there and I'll put 48 in here. So now we just ask ourselves, how many 4s will go into 4, or how many 4s fit into 4? You can just do the times table, where it's just 1, because 1 times 4 is 4, so you put a 1 there. And how many 4s go into 8? Well, 2 times 4 is 8, so it's 2, giving us an answer of 12. Question B, again the bus stop method. The numbers should divide exactly, but there will be some carrying. So, first we draw our bus stop again. The number we're dividing by, the 3, goes at the start. 3 and 4, 8 and 6 will go inside the bus stop. So we say how many 3s will go into 4? Well, 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 3 is 6, which is too much. So 1 times 3 is 3. So 1, 3 will fit into 4, and there'll be 1 left over, which we all put there, giving us the number 18. So I'll say that again. 1, 3 goes into 4, so put that there, number 1, and there's 1 remainder, 1 left over, which will go here. So now it's how many 3's go into 18, and that is 6, because 3 times 6 is 18, 6 times 3 is 18. And lastly, how many 3's go into 6? 2. Giving us 162. Part C. Here again we're using the bus stop method, but this time we have a decimal. So 3 goes at the start and 48.6 will go inside the bus stop. So how many 3's go into 4? 1 again, just like last time. 1 remainder. How many 3's go into 18? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. That is 6. This decimal point now has to go up, so wherever it is in the bus stop, move it upwards, put it there, so we're going to end up with 16 point something. And then how many 3's go into 6? 2, giving us 16.2. Part D, another division question, 52 divided by 5, but this time we're going to have to extend our number inside the bus stop. You'll see what I mean. So here's our bus stop, 52. The number you're dividing by goes at the front. How many 5's go into 5? 1, exactly. How many 5's go into 2? Now that would be 0. Now what we have to do now is we've got this 2 left over, so this 2 has to become a remainder that we carry. Then I put 0 there, but obviously that number has now become 520. It's meant to be 52, so I have to put a point there. And just like before, because there's a point there, the point moves up. So what's happened? I've added a 0 on the end, but to stop the number becoming 520, I've put a point there, because 52.0 is worth the same as 52. And the point's gone up there. So now we say how many 5's go into 20, and the answer is 4, giving us 10.4. Question E. Again, we're going to have to extend our number on this one, and we're also going to end up with a recurring answer, a recurring decimal. So, about the bus stop, we're dividing by 3, so it goes at the start. 4 and 7. How many 3 is going to 4? 1, and there's 1 left over, so it goes there. How many 3 is going to 17? Well, you've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18's gone past it, so it's 5. 5 3's going to 17, and because 5 times 3 is 15, the remainder is 2, because that's the difference between 17 and 15. So 2 goes there. Now remember, we have to extend it by putting a 0 in, but we have to put a point there, and then a point above it. So now, how many 3's going to 20? Well, 3 times 6 gives us 18, and then there's no, you can't put another 3 in without going above it, so it's 6. 3 times 6 is 18, the number is 20, so that's 2 left over. Again, you can add another 0, 3's into 20 goes 6 again. Let me extend the bus stop. A remainder 2, and you can see that it's going to be 15.66666666 and so on. Now that is a recurring decimal, and what we do, because it's the 6 that's going to keep repeating, we write it as this: 15.6 with a dot above it, and that shows us that it's the 6 that's going to keep repeating forever. F. This time we have a long multiplication question, and that is because the second number has got more than 1 digit, so we're dividing by a number with 2 digits. Now some of you may have learned a long multiplication method that ends up going all the way down the page, but I won't be doing that. I'll be sticking with our short division method because you can still use it. So, make the bus stop, 15 at the front. Now sometimes when you use this method you end up with large remainders with 2 digits or more, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to space out the number like that, so we've got plenty of room for any carrying. So how many 15's going to 3? None. Carry the 3. How many 15's going to 34? 2, because 2 times 15 is 30, so 2. And there's 4 left over, which will go there. How many 15's going to 45? 3. Giving us an answer of 23. And in this one, we didn't have to carry any double-digit numbers, just single digits. Now, if you ever end up with a question with a large number that you're dividing by, you'll need to know its times table. It often helps to write them down the side of the page. The extension question, this is where we are dividing by a number that has a decimal. Now I'm not going to do a bus stop and put a decimal on the side of it. What we're going to do is remember a word starting with E. The word is equivalence. Equivalence means getting the same thing. With a divide question, what I can do is I can look at this number that has the decimal. Now if I multiply that number by 10, I will get 7. Now, if I also multiply the other number in our division by 10, I will get 56. Now if I divide 56 by 7, the answer I get will be the same as the answer for this one. You can try it on a calculator. 5.6 divided by 0.7 will give us the same answer as 56 divided by 7. And all I've done is I've multiplied this number by 10 to get rid of the decimal. Remember that decimal, when you multiply it by 10, the point moves there, so it becomes 7. And then this one, times it by 10, it moves there, so you get 56. 56 divided by 7. So if I do that using the bus stop, so 5, 6 divided by 7. How many 7's going to 5? None. Carry the 5. Remember, don't carry the 7, got to carry the 5. So now it's how many 7's going to 56? 8 exactly. So not only is 56 divided by 7 8, but 5.6 divided by 0.7 also gives us an answer of 8. Don't be tempted to divide it at the end or anything like that. The answer is 8.